Hi everybody, today we are going to talk about an example of a special right triangle. This time we're going to be looking at a special right triangle that's got a 30-degree angle, a 60-degree angle, and a 90-degree angle. So here's three examples that we're going to look at, and we're going to try to figure out what we know about these triangles. So I'm going to start by filling in the missing angle. So these all have a missing angle of 30 degrees. I know that because I know that triangles add up to be 180. So if I just do 180 minus 90 minus 60, I get that 30. So next I'm going to tell you a side length on each of these. And I do want to point out that these triangles are all similar to each other. All three of these triangles are similar to each other because of angle. They all have matching angles. So what we're going to do next is to try to figure out how big the hypotenuse is in each of these. There's a few ways that we could try to do this. We could try doing some version of SOHCAHTOA or maybe law of sines, but what we're going to do in this one is try looking at using sine. So if you remember, sine of an angle is going to be equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. We're going to use this 30-degree angle as our guide. So if I use the 30-degree angle to try to figure out each of the hypotenuse here, I can set up sine of 30 is equal to that opposite side over your hypotenuse. So either 1, 2, or 3 over your hypotenuse. Now, if I really wanted to, I could also use cosine. I would just be using 60 instead as my angle. So no matter whether you use sine or cosine, you can calculate the hypotenuse and you get 2, 4, and 6. So if we try to figure out a pattern for these, if we take a minute and compare the leg and the hypotenuse, hopefully you'll notice a pattern. And that pattern is just that you're multiplying by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, or 3 times 2 gives you 6. So the pattern for these 30, 60, 90 triangles is that if you want to try to figure out the hypotenuse, you're just going to do 2 times that short leg. And remember, the short leg is always the leg that's across from the 30-degree angle. The smallest angle and the shortest side are opposite from each other. So now we're going to see if we can figure out how big the longer leg is. And again, we would maybe try to do sine, cosine, or tangent, but for this specific example, we're actually going to do Pythagorean theorem because you're going to be able to see a pattern the best if we do Pythagorean theorem. So if you think about how Pythagorean theorem works for this, we can get the problem set up and we're basically going to end up doing subtracting since we're trying to solve for a leg. So you can see here that I went ahead and calculated what you would get if you do subtracting. And so our next step is going to be to take the square root of each side. So if I try to do the first problem, it's already simplified where I get square root of 3. So the other leg in the first triangle, square root of 3. The second one, though, if I try to do the square root of 12, I can actually break that down. So I'm going to try breaking down a 12. So I could do 2 and 6 if I want, and then I could do 2 and 3. Since I've got this pair of 2's, that means that this other leg here is going to be 2 times the square root of 3. Oh, so that's interesting. These both have square root of 3 in them. Let's try the last one. So if I try to do the square root of 27, I bet I could break that down. So maybe I start with 3 times 9, and then 9 would be 3 times 3. So I've got a pair of 3's, and I'd get 3 square root of 3. Oh, and interesting, I get a square root of 3 in there again. So let's see if we can figure out what the relationship is between the legs then. So here are the triangles drawn out with everything written out on them. So if you remember, we talked about how the short leg, if you take that and you want to try to figure out what the hypotenuse is, you just double it. It looks like our new pattern here, if you know the short leg, is that you're going to take that short leg and you're going to multiply it by square root of 3 this time. So here's what an example would look like using variables. So here's our shortest leg, x. Our hypotenuse is 2 times x. And then our longest leg is x times the square root of 3. Let's see if we can figure out this example. So this time we start off knowing how big the short leg is because we know the side that's opposite from the 30-degree angle. So in order to get the long leg, we're going to double it. So 2 times 25 would give us 50. And then for the longer leg, we're going to take that short leg and we're going to multiply it by square root of 3. So it would be 25 times the square root of 3. So it looks like this. Okay, so next we're going to take some notes. If you need a minute to pause to grab your notes, go ahead and do that. Then when you're ready, you can play and we'll go through this note sheet. So this shortcut trick that we're going to take notes on is the 30, 60, 90 trick. It only works for right triangles that have a 30-degree angle and a 60-degree angle. And here's what I would write down in the formula section of your notes. If you've got the short leg that you know here, so that's the one across from the 30-degree angle, and you call that side x, the hypotenuse is always double it. And then the longer leg is always that short leg times the square root of 3. So let's do this first example here. We're going to start by filling in the angle for theta. So it looks like we're going to have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And then we want to think about, do we have the short leg to start with, which we do. So we do have this short leg here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that short leg, and in order to get the other leg for E, we're going to multiply it by the square root of 3. So we're going to do 50 times the square root of 3. And then to get the hypotenuse, we're going to take that short leg, that 50 again, and we're going to double it. And so if we do that, we get 100. If you look at the second example, our missing angle here again is going to be 60. But this time we know something different. Instead of knowing the short leg over here, we actually know the hypotenuse. So if we want to work backwards to try to figure out what that short leg is, we're going to do 50 divided by 2. So we're going to get 25 for that. And once we know that, we can get the longer leg by just doing 25 times the square root of 3. In the last example, we'll start off knowing that our missing angle here is 60 again. And this time, instead of knowing the short leg or the hypotenuse, we actually know the longest leg. I know I'm looking at the longest leg because it's the one across from the 60-degree angle. So I'm going to be using this 50. And this 50 is going to be kind of my base. That's going to be how big H is. That's going to be our short side. And then to get the hypotenuse, you just want to make sure you double the short side. So we're doubling 50 to get 100. Feel free to pause the video if you need a moment to catch up on the notes, and we'll try some practice problems next. Okay, so here's a couple practice problems for you to try. Why don't you see if you can fill in the missing information? You can pause the video, and when you're ready, you can play to check your answers. All right, so here are our answers. So our missing angle is 60. It's a 30, 60, 90 triangle on number 1. It looks like we do have the short side here. It's across from the 30, so 2 is our short leg, which means that we double it to get the hypotenuse. And then we just take that short leg 2 times the square root of 3 to get the long leg. Number 2, our missing angle is 30. It's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And this time we know the hypotenuse. We know the side across from the 90-degree angle. So the hypotenuse, remember, is double the short leg. So in this case, we have to do 16 and divide by 2 to get this 8. And then we just do 8 times the square root of 3 to get the longer leg. So here's problems 3 and 4. Pause the video if you need a moment to try to figure them out. And then when you're ready, you can play to check your answers. All right, so the missing angle in this problem is 30. And 8 is across from that short leg, which means I'm going to double it to get my hypotenuse, and then I'm going to do 8 times the square root of 3 in order to get the longer leg. Then for number 4, my missing angle is 30. It looks like this time I know the longer leg, so that means the short leg is just going to be this number in front of the root, so that's going to be 5, and then if I double 5, I get my hypotenuse of 10. Here's the last 2 examples we're going to do. Feel free to pause the video so you can take a moment to try them on your own and then press play when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so on number 5, our missing angle here is 30, it looks like y is our side that's across from 30, so y is going to be our short side. You're given the hypotenuse this time, so you're going to take half of the hypotenuse in order to figure out your short side. And then x, your long side, is just 5 times the square root of 3. For number 6, your missing angle 60. Looks like this time you actually know the longer leg. It's 11 square root of 3. So to get the short leg b, you're just going to remove that square root of 3. So it's just the plain 11. And then double it to get your hypotenuse. So hopefully that helps explain the trick for 30, 60, 90 triangles. I hope you have a great day, everybody.